I'm taking on a new Disney snack challenge today. Along with giving you the latest and greatest snacks you can find around Disneyland in 2025, I'm also going to rank each Disneyland area based on how epic their snack game is. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. We're doing something fun and different with today's Disneyland Snacks video. We're going to take you with us inside each area around the two Disneyland parks, both DCA and Disneyland, and rank each area by how awesome their snack selections are on a scale of 1 to 5 Mickey waffle heads. 1 being meh and 5 being there's probably something potato-y or cheesy here that AJ loves. But along with these rankings, we're also going to show you new or highly underrated snacks, if possible, featured in each area of the park as well, because if you're a Disneyland local, you want to know what's brand new, right? Right. But first, we need to talk about something super important that's just happened in the world of Disneyland snackage, and that's a brand new confectionery. Remember the old Marceline's confectionery in downtown Disney? If you don't, no biggie, but if you do, you're going to be really shocked the next time you step inside this shopping district, because this little sugary store has undergone a major transformation. Marceline's became Disney Wonderful World of Sweets on January 22nd, and this reimagined sweets shop serves classic Disney treats like caramel apples, Mickey crispy treats, marshmallow ones, cherry sour balls, glorious, lollipops, and my personal favorite, the churro toffee. Oh, and brace yourself for this new treat. World of Sweets has now started selling peanut butter flavored Mickey waffle treats. This is quite literally just one big piece of Mickey waffle shaped peanut butter. The peanut butter's flavor is sweet and smooth without being too rich or artificial tasting, and honestly, it reminded us a lot of the sweet peanut butter flavor you'd get inside of a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup or Reese's Pieces. Now, the recommended serving size is 1/4 of this treat, so 4 servings in total, and it's just over $15, so be prepared for a big treat if you decide to buy this one. The reimagined World of Sweets also has started selling freshly made Werther's original caramel popcorn, which is a big deal for the DFB squad because that's one of the key reasons why we love caramel Kusha over in Epcot so stinking much. Now, this colorful confectionery also has an exhibition kitchen where you can see all the adorable treats as they're freshly created in-house. And then there's Poppy, the new World of Sweets mascot, who we absolutely love. Poppy is supposed to look like a piece of popcorn, but she kind of reminds me of Star from the movie Wish, transformed into one of the Wishables plushies. Anyway, do you see it? Tell me I'm not the only one. Poppy's hanging out all over the store, and you can purchase her popcorn bucket too. And joining Poppy are a few other new character friends too, including Lolly the Cookie, Fluffy and Bonnie the Cake Pops, and Jimmy the Marshmallow. Hooray for all the personified treats that make me feel slightly weird and guilty for eating them. And now on with the rankings. In California Adventure, we're going to start on Buena Vista Street right there at the front of the park. There's a lot to try right off the bat once you step into DCA. While Buena Vista Street is usually most known for its fancy pants table service, Carthay Circle restaurant, don't let that distract you from the other places around this section of the park that have great sweet and savory offerings you can pick up on the go. Buena Vista is where you're going to find the flagship DCA confectionery, Trolley Treats. This is a place that's constantly rotating out goodies and replacing them with fresh seasonal options, so you're going to find something new here each time you visit. This is also where you're going to find the Fiddler, Pfeiffer, and Practical Cafe, which is DCA's Starbucks supplier. But I think one of the most noteworthy snack locations that you're going to find right when you enter the park is Clarabelle's hand-scooped ice cream. Famous for its dipped waffle cones and hand-dipped ice bars, as well as its ice cream floats, massive sundaes, and unique seasonal offerings too. Rank 3 out of 5. Quick side note, throughout today's video, you're probably going to hear me state that several Disneyland locations have seasonal offerings on their menu. Disneyland is the king of rotating in seasonal offerings, again, because Disneyland is mostly a locals park and they want to try something new and different when they're there. So you're going to see a lot of menus change up and things are going to come and go. Now, this is great because that means there's a high chance there'll be something brand new for you to try the next time you visit, but it also makes doing these kinds of videos hard because sometimes the stuff we get really excited about is, out the door the next week. Now, Disneyland will normally list on the top of their online menus if a sweet or savory option is only going to be around as a seasonal offering. That way you won't be guessing whether or not a certain snack might or might not be available during your trip's time frame. Next is Hollywoodland. Now, Hollywoodland doesn't quite live up to the offerings you can find down Buena Vista Street, but they've still got a few solid options you can turn to. Award Wieners is probably the staple snack location here with its variety of unique hot dogs and corn dogs and lots of seasonal offerings. But if I'm ordering something here, it's usually going to be a basket of film strip fries, which are like if you combine curly fries and steak fries into one Franken-fry, and you got the fun swirliness of the curly fries, but you got the thickness of the steak fries. We love to get a side of plastic cheese to dip these guys in. It's one of my favorite snacks in DCA. Now you can also load up your film strip fries, make them asada fries topped with marinated carne asada, cheddar cheese, cilantro, onions, salsa de arbol, and guacamole. Hollywoodland is also the home of Schmoozies, where you can pick up non-alcoholic or alcoholic specialty smoothies and coffees and limited time shakes. Now, Schmoozies has been interesting lately. They've been bringing up some seasonal stuff that's pretty good, so definitely keep an eye on that one. Dark horse. Schmoozies also recently introduced us to chocolate hazelnut stuffed Mickey waffles. Y'all, these are a game changer for this area of the park. They're served fresh and warm with a rich chocolatey hazelnut filling, and then, to make them even better, they're dusted with powdered sugar on top. And while sure, they basically taste like your standard small Mickey waffles otherwise, I am totally okay with that because the smaller Mickey waffles are so sweet and buttery with the perfect amount of crunch on the outside and the perfect amount of fluffiness on the inside. But other than that, the latest snack you can pick up from this area of the park that you might be interested in trying are the chicharrones from Fairfax Market, which are very similar to a pork rind and come with a package of hot sauce for dipping. Rank 2 out of 5. Ooh, unique and experimental and heroic snacks. Now we're talking. We are in Avengers Campus. This place entered the scene in 2021. We've had a good time trying out their variety of MCU-inspired snacks. From the shawarma variety at the Shawarma Palace cart to the variety of mocktails straight out of Pym Tasting Lab to the on-again, off-again relationship we've had with the Choco Smash candy bar at Pym Test Kitchen since it disappears and reappears on a whim, breaking our heart and then making us forgive it again. Tasting our way around Avengers Campus has always been an adventure. But one of the snack carts we tend to overlook in this section of the park is Terran Treats. And you know what? That makes sense. Terran Treats doesn't have a very big menu. And when Pym Test Kitchen is literally right there, serving up a whole assortment of macro and micro snacks and entrees, it's no wonder we forget Terran Treats exists. However, the Cosmic Cream Orb that you can find at Terran Treats has been a reliable sweet snack option for this little cart since its grand opening. And it's a great desserty snack for those who A, love the color purple. Seriously, this treat looks like something Thanos would love because it reminds him of him. And B, really love cheesecake. Sorry, Bria, that eliminates you. And C, are looking for something light and fruity and affordable to munch on while they're on the go. Rank 4 out of 5 for Avengers Campus. We've made it over to Grizzly Peak. Now, Grizzly Peak, I love you so much. You're probably my favorite area of Disney California Adventure, but when it comes to your snack offerings, you're lacking. Maybe you're snack lacking. Maybe you're slacking. At Grizzly Peak, you're going to find churro carts, which, hey, I'm all about the churros. You're going to find popcorn. You're going to find Smoke Jumper's Grill, which is a quick service open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But honestly, I like going here for breakfast the most just because it's got a whole decent variety of sweet and savory morning grub and a lot of indoor seating in the dining room. But beyond that, not much else to munch on here. Truth be told, if I'm in this area of the park and I'm looking for a small smack roll or two, I'm more apt to just take Grizzly Peak's dedicated entrance into Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa, so I can grab something from Hearthstone Lounge for a peaceful afternoon break. While you will usually need to join a walk-up waitlist via the Disneyland app to access this lounge, once you're inside, you'll be surrounded by rustic decor and a crackling fireplace and a menu of lounge bites such as, but not limited to, French onion soup, chorizo poutine, cookie butter brulee, and several types of handcrafted cocktails and mocktails. Just keep in mind the food here is not really snack priced, so expect to pay around $15 or more for each of your items here. Rank 1 out of 5 for Grizzly Peak, but 5 out of 5 for Hearthstone Lounge. And now we've come to Snack Lovers Paradise, Paradise Garden Park. Paradise Garden Park is where you're going to find the whole lineup of DCA's festival booths. DCA celebrates 3 unique festivals each year. There's Lunar New Year at the start of the year, Food and Wine, which happens in the spring, and Festival of Holidays, which is an end-of-the-year shindig. And with each new festival, you're going to find a bunch of new food booths over in Paradise Garden Park to snack your way around. Now keep in mind that Paradise Garden doesn't hog all the limited-time festival foods. Lots of DCA locations will also have seasonal festival specialties on their menus too, which you'll be able to find featured on those online Disneyland menus ahead of your visit or, on Disney Food Blog. But if you're looking for back-to-back exclusive snacks, Paradise Garden is going to be your tasting playground. The downside of all this, there's not always going to be a festival going on in DCA. In fact, during the summer, DCA kind of hits a festival dry spell, so the Paradise Garden Park snacks become a whole lot more limited. But even without a festival to rely on, you'll still be able to find the classic Corn Dog Castle kiosk here, which serves up fresh hand-battered corn dogs, and the cheddar cheese stick, which is my favorite. That's a battered snack that replaces the hot dog center with lots and lots of globby golden goodness. Rank 4 out of 5.
Hey everyone, it's Bria. AJ's gonna let me take over this point because she knows how passionate I am for the snacks at Pixar Pier. And to be fair, yeah, I am. I'm very passionate about these. But as long as Adorable Snowman Frosted Treats exist in some sort of capacity, and as long as they continue to serve their It's Lemon vanilla capped frozen delicacy, then this will forever and always be my favorite snack in all of DCA and Disneyland Park combined. Here, I've got photographic proof for you. This is a picture of me posing with my beloved treat, and here's me posing with the same beloved treat only 2 years later. Life moves on, but my love for this treat only grows stronger with time. There are other soft serves that you can grab from this little Pixar kiosk. In fact, Adorable Snowman just recently released a snow-capped raspberry option too, which I'm really happy to welcome into the Frosted Treats family for as long as it wants to stick around. Another popular spot to grab a quick bite to munch on and cocktail to sip is, of course, Lamplight Lounge. The apps here aren't always winners in my book, but the lobster nachos continue to earn a gold star with the DFB team for being loaded with warm lobster, black beans, lobster cheese sauce, shredded cheese, pico de gallo, chiles, and chipotle crema. Note, you can also typically order these nachos deconstructed if some folks in your group like certain ingredients, but others would rather do without them. AJ has also raved about the potato skins from here, which are these crispy Yukon Gold potatoes with brown butter caper yogurt, smoked paprika aioli, and manchego cheese. So not your average fry dish by any means, but that's what makes them so appealing. And the brunch here gets a big thumbs up from AJ too, since it has some more adventurous morning entrees like breakfast barbacoa tamales, lamplight chilaquiles, and a brunch burger topped with American cheese, egg, hash brown patty, roasted green chile, lettuce, caramelized onions, and paprika aioli on a toasted Amish bun. Whew, mouthful. You will have to make reservations for Lamplight Lounge ahead of time, or you'll need to gamble on the walk-up wait list here, which can fill up pretty early on in the day, so you'll want to join it as soon as you're able to, or try joining it again during those off-dining times like right after lunch or right before dinner. Aside from Adorable Snowman and Lamplight Lounge, Pixar Pier also serves up snacks like Jack Jack Cookie Num Nums, churros, popcorn, and spicy hot dogs. Or not so spicy hot dogs. They're customizable over at Angry Dogs, so you can choose the amount of heat you're willing to take on. And you'll find DCA's second confectionery location here over at Bing Bong's Sweet Stuff. Oh, so that's where Bing Bong disappeared to at the end of Inside Out. That makes a lot more sense. Now I can stop crying every time I think about him. Bing Bong Sweet Stuff serves candy, quote-unquote memory refreshers, also known as slushies, and other standard Disney candy shop items like churro toffee, along with some exclusive themed offerings with an emphasis on Pixar film characters.
Moving on to Cars Land. Are you going to get the best quality snacks ever over in Cars Land? Probably not, but are you going to get a lot of different snack options that you can order out of oversized traffic cones? You betcha. Cars Land is a hub for lots of theme park snack staples, and the majority of those snacks can be found at the Cozy Cone Motel, which is made up of 5 bright orange cones that each have something different available at their counter service windows. Here you're going to find churros, ice cream, chimichangas, a Disneyland classic snack, multi-flavored popcorn, which changes out regularly but could include options like dill pickle, buffalo ranch, white cheddar, sriracha, pizza, garlic parmesan, or just your standard butter. But probably the most unique snack option out of the bunch is going to be the snacks served in the third orange cone, the chili cone queso. The chili cone queso is a bread cone filled with beef chili, cheddar cheese, and corn chips, and honestly, while I do call this one a snack, you could probably treat it as a full-blown meal. Same goes for the bacon mac and cheese cone. Something you're going to learn very quickly about Disneyland, they sure do love stuffing mac and cheese inside of bread. And I'm not one to complain about carbs on carbs, so bring it on. Now, as you're looking at these, some longtime Disney fans are going to be like, AJ, that looks a lot like a handwich. And yes, it does. I think handwiches were probably the originator of these kinds of stuffed bread snacks. And if you've been following Disney Food Blog for a long time, then you know that this stuffed mac and and cheese cone actually started over at Fantasmic. It was an option to get at Fantasmic in Disney World. And then when they created Cars Land, they moved it over there. I know, my head is full of a bunch of stuff that doesn't matter. I get it. Aside from the cozy cones, you've got the grab and go market toward the entrance of this land called Fillmore's Taste Inn, which has those very basic snacks like pickles and assorted fruit, as well as Flo's V8 Cafe, which is more of a quick service, less of a snack location, though you can always pick up a classic shake or a side of steak fries from here if the mood strikes ya. Rank 3 out of 5 for Cars Land, which is kind of painful. I'm not gonna lie, I was worried when Pacific Wharf transformed into San Francisco Square back in 2023, but DCA's done a really nice job of preserving our past favorite snacks while introducing us to some new top tier snack contenders as well. Walk with me. I got a lot of snacks I want to show you here in very limited amount of time to cover as much as possible. Port of San Francisco Cerveceria is the new beer garden on the block, though if you're looking for a snack to help soak up the alcohol, you can find pretzel wrapped hot dogs at this location too, served with scallions and mustard, and we love these. Then you've got Cocina Cucamonga Mexican Grill, a counter service with street style tacos and corn and quesadilla that will blow your mind at how flavorful it is. Disneyland's also big on its birria loaded offerings, not to be confused with my scriptwriter. Birria. Two different things. The Lucky Fortune Cookery has been around since before the San Francisco days, and once again, DCA is showing its love for all things beef birria by serving up this beef birria ramen that's really cozy to slurp up on those rare chilly Anaheim days. The ramen also comes loaded with a soft-boiled egg, Monterey Jack cheese, cilantro, onions, and radish. Rita's Turbine Blenders gives you a place to grab a fruity margarita, pina colada, or non-alcoholic turbine twirler. These come in 4 different flavors: wild cherry, lemon lime, strawberry, or blue raspberry, and each is topped off with a peach gummy ring. And then you got Aunt Cass's Cafe, which is where you'll find fresh sourdough bread bowls filled with your choice of clam chowder, creamy mac and cheese, or broccoli, cheese, and bok choy soup. Now, the sourdough bread bowls filled with mac and cheese, I understand, is carbs on carbs, but it is so indulgent and so delicious. The sourdough bread is perfect. It is newly baked. It is just fresh as fresh can be, and the mac and cheese is very good. So I'm just saying it might be time to indulge yourself there. This is also the location where you can pick up a loaf of sourdough bread in the shape of Mickey's head or Baymax's entire body. The seasonal bread puddings here also receive the DFB seal of approval. While you never know what bread pudding flavor will be available during your next visit, I haven't picked up a bread pudding from here that I was ever repulsed by. In fact, more often than not, I usually take a bite and go, wonder if I'll have time later on my trip to come back again and order the exact same thing. And while San Francisco usually gets the brunt of our attention when it comes to snacks, don't forget that you'll find a Ghirardelli soda fountain and chocolate shop around this section of the park too, which has high quality sundaes, shakes, and hot cocos, meaning every temperature is a good temperature to visit this place. Oh, and by the way, don't forget that there's the Boudin Bakery walkthrough exhibit here. It's basically a factory tour, and it is so interesting to do. You get free bread. I love it. Not enough people do it, and I understand if you're only there for one day and you're trying to knock out all the rides, got it, but this is a good place to go to just kind of get some AC and watch them make those Mickey-shaped sourdough breads. It's really cool. But I think it's safe to say that the main reason you come over to this area of the park, aside from giving Baymax a giant hug, is because you want to do some serious snacking. And unlike Paradise Garden Park, these snack stands don't disappear at the end of a festival season. Rank 5 out of 5. So before we move on to the Disney park that started it all, Disneyland herself, I want to make sure you are set up for more than just awesome Disneyland snacking. I want to make sure you're set up for an awesome vacation in Disneyland, period. Which is why the team and I have created a free guide that's going to help you pull off 3 perfect days at Disneyland, while also illustrating the key differences between planning a Disneyland trip and a Disney World trip. Go ahead and scan the QR code you see on the screen now, or if you're on your phone, head over to disneyfoodblog.com/Disneyland plans after this, so we can send that free guide to your email as soon as possible. All right, heading over to Disneyland, just right across the Esplanade, starting in Main Street, USA. Disneyland Park doesn't even try to attempt holding back their best snacks. Just as soon as you walk through the main gate and start making your way down Main Street, USA, bam, you got Jolly Holiday Bakery with its pastries and grilled cheese and tomato soup. You got seasonal churro carts. You got the Gibson Girl Ice Cream Parlor. You got Candy Palace and Candy Kitchen, where you're going to find those super popular fudgy eggs around Easter time and the giant hand-pulled candy canes at Christmas. Christmas. And you've got the Little Red Wagon and its freshly dipped hand-battered corn dogs. And that's not all of it. There's more going on here on this street. There is no escaping the plethora of really awesome sweet and savory snacks around this strip of the park. And you know I love having an opportunity to say the word plethora. They're going to be surrounding you all down Main Street USA, and you are going to love it. Now, here's a place on Main Street USA that we typically overlook, but just recently, they've released a bunch of new snacks that have really grabbed our attention and held it. And that's the Refreshment Corner, which is next door neighbors with the Candy Palace. Not only does the Refreshment Corner have mac and cheese and a sourdough bread bowl, oh, hey, we just talked about that, but they've also got a new birria potato, a baked potato topped with beef birria, pepper jack cheese, and salsa verde. This is a new DFB favorite. The birria meat is sweet and juicy and tender, and the salsa verde provides that nice, cool, and spicy flavor that cuts through